Good morning, everybody. I just got up. Well, I didn't exactly just get up. I got up a little bit earlier. I was looking for some loads for this guy and then a load for myself. Since I am heading to Pennsylvania, I'm currently on 70 right before Indianapolis. So I'm about to hop on 465 more than likely because I don't want to get into a mess on 70. I got off on a few truck stops last night. No parking spots whatsoever. So I posted up at this truck stop. This guy parked in front of me, like on the side. Spots are over there. I'm just kind of like out the way of everyone. I managed to fix my door. More about that later. But more importantly, what you came for. Yes, I finally bought the truck. And if you've been following the channel for even some time, this is the truck I bought. We're gonna be taking care of the paperwork, you know, title, registration, all that crap. So until then, I'm gonna be rolling as a company driver. Just hopefully, you know, tops like 2-3 weeks. That's kind of what we agreed. I'm just gonna roll as a company driver until all that is sorted out. Once all that is good to go, I'm a new truck owner. And yeah, I figured instead of getting loans and all that crap, I'd just buy this truck, not have payments, and not have to worry about that stuff, and roll with it and fix the few little things that I do feel like need fixing, and just go with that. Yeah, it's a whole mess here because I cleaned out my top bunk, so you know I gotta keep some mess somewhere. Yesterday when I was leaving on the road, I was hearing some squealing on one of my pulleys whenever the truck was starting up, and AC compressor was replaced last year in the summer, so like 7 months ago maybe, and then the alternator was replaced the year before that. So it's highly unlikely for one of those two to be possible, definitely, but I'm saying it's much more unlikely than anything else. The only thing else on that belt is the tensioner, which tensioner has the pulley, which is what I got right here. I went and bought the tensioner just in case it does crap out, and I also bought the belt, so the accessory belt. I also bought that in case it does crap out, God forbid, and it breaks, so I can replace it because it's easy to replace. But I might just replace it either way beforehand here, except it's just really, really cold. That's the only thing that's keeping me away from doing it. But I think like later when I stop tonight, or might even do it now, I'm gonna take the belt off the tensioner and try to wiggle those pulleys around, see if I can feel for imperfections on any of them. That's the plan. What else was I gonna say? Other than that, there's no other pulleys. You have the accessory drive thing, but I don't think that's not a pulley. That's just like a crank mount or gear mount, whatever you would call it. That's what drives the belt, at least to my understanding. So the only thing that could be squealing is the tensioner, clutch on AC, or the alternator, I mean the pulley. And I don't think it's one of those, but yeah, that's the plan. The crappy thing is I'm heading to Pennsylvania, and this morning I checked out snow to see what the weather is like, and right now I'm in Indiana, and yeah, check this out. So that's the radar for the snowstorm, which is basically going along the exact way that I am going, so which is kind of crappy. And yeah, I think I got a new oil leak. It's a new one. It's a Detroit. What do you expect? I've had a leak on my cam, on the cam cover, the little round cover. If you're familiar with Detroit, that's gonna be easy. It's literally just 3 bolts and put some new gasket and slap it back on. That should resolve it. But the one that's more concerning, even though it's not leaking a lot at all, I just hate having leaks, is on the bottom of my timing cover, I believe. So we'll check that out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my fiance woke up. We were on FaceTime, and we were talking, and she just passed out back to bed. And I was like looking for loads. So yeah, but yeah, that one I might have to check that out. I think shortly here we're gonna go to a guy that lives in Fort Wayne. Let's see what I have. I don't have any trucks, so we're not gonna answer that. It's just like brokers call you about most random places that I've never even had a truck in, and they're like, do you have a truck here? No, I don't. But anyways, that's the plan. Truck is officially mine. Oh yeah, with the door, I finally figured out why it wasn't sealing properly. And the funny thing is, it was the striker the whole time. So the striker is the little pin on the door that the door latches onto. So your door has 2 latch positions. So 1 and then 2 closes all the way. And if you put the striker more inward, it's closer to the frame, that metal piece. That means the second set of jaws cannot close. So the more you put it out, the more jaws can close. So just need to find like a perfect spot for it to close properly. But yeah, essentially striker adjustment is key. I also have the hinge, but I don't think I'm going to be replacing the hinge. But yeah, without more blabbering, we're going to get going here shortly. And yeah, I'm a new truck owner. You know, not rolling as an owner operator yet, but I do own the truck. So that's the good news. Without further ado, I don't really need to show you around the truck or anything. You already know what the truck looks like. You've been seeing this truck for the last 2.5 years. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in a bit once we get going. All right, now y'all, welcome back. We are on 465. I've always had issue with this wiper. I replaced it, it was doing good. I got an adapter, but it seems like it's crooked. It doesn't lay flat against the windshield. So it wipes the lower part fine, but the top fine is crappy. And also the spraying nozzle, I bought a new one to replace. It doesn't seem like it sprays as good as that one. It's not that it doesn't seem like it does not spray as good as that one. Let me show you. It just sprays in the middle. You can see the other one sprays all over. This thing just sprays in the middle. Kind of crappy, but yeah, we're on 465, gonna get on 70, take 70 up to Cincinnati, not Cincinnati, Columbus, and then out of Columbus to 270, and then 71, and then 76, and then 80, and then 80 up to 81, and then I think Pottsville is right off 81. Guy really going slow. You know, the main reason like I was like holding off on buying this truck from the start was like I was really wanting to find a truck that was quote unquote ready, meaning like it didn't need any work, like cosmetically, mechanically, all types of ways. But as I looked and looked, I slowly realized that trucks that were at the level that I was wanting were completely out of reach financially. And the trucks that were in the reach, for most part, were just quote-unquote polished thirds. They just make them look nice, but in reality, they're not. Like, I'm in Freightliner Classic group on Facebook, and people post a lot of trucks for sale, and there's this company in Mississippi, and I don't have personal experience with them, so I really don't know. That sucks. That's DOT, no, the state police. I don't have a lot of experience with these people, or as a matter of fact, no experience whatsoever, so I can't really speak on my experience. But there's a company in Mississippi that makes some absolutely beautiful trucks. I think it's called like Payless Trucks or something. And I mean, they look gorgeous. And they claim they do overhauls and stuff. So I mean, they price them at like $50,000 and up. So I mean, you know, you pay that price, you know, thinking you got a nice overhaul engine and all that good stuff. But in reality, it's just a really nice truck cosmetically, and people have engine issues. And I've come to realize that I'm better off buying this, putting my money mechanically into it to make sure it's safe and sound mechanically, which for most part it is. And then cosmetically, honestly, I'm not really worried about it. I don't need to fancy it up. It definitely needs to be nice to where it's presentable and DOT is not chasing me around like some vultures because crap is missing off the truck or a step is hanging, which that's not the case, but I don't want that. And then definitely inside here I want to make it nice, build another shelf there for the fridge, and then I would put a laminate in here and then insulate it below and maybe get a new seat. So as far as like making it comfortable for myself, I'd definitely do that. But as far as like going all out on ridiculous visors and then bumpers and stacks and all that, I don't want to spend money on that. Excuse me. One thing I do need to replace is I think that my fuel pressure valve, I think it's called, has gone out. Because when the engine sits for some time, it's sounding like there's air in my fuel system. And I was asking around in that classic group, and I don't think my injectors are an issue because some were replaced, the rest were clean like a year ago. It has a newer fuel pump. So it sounds like that fuel pressure valve might be the issue because it essentially makes sure that the fuel is only going one way and not going back towards the tanks when the engine is off. At least that's my understanding of it. And I do need to get me a new microphone for the radio. I ended up getting a new radio, but then I realized that this radio works just fine. So instead of spending 190 bucks for no reason, I returned the one I bought. It was a nice radio, but if I do decide to go that one, I'm gonna just buy it online for $50 less. Definitely got some driving to do. I got like 600 miles plus. I just hate the freaking salt. This crap is annoying. I didn't have a good breakfast this morning. I'm gonna definitely have to stop up here somewhere and have a decent breakfast. I don't know why this wiper won't go down all the way, but whatever. A lot of people ask like what camera I use and stuff. I mean, it's just a GoPro Hero 7 Black, and it's on a hat. I literally took an old hat and I mounted it on the hat. That's literally it. I've also looked at some other light options, and I don't think these LEDs that I got are cutting it in the winter months. When it's snowing and freezing rain, it just does not do it. They freeze up and you can't see crap. But I mean, JW Speaker makes some really nice lights, but they're like $1,000, and I really don't want to spend $1,000 on some headlights. They do have an awesome warranty. I'm sure they're worth it, but at least for time being, I don't think I'm going to be buying any. Here's my new generator. I left it in here because when it's cold outside, it's having trouble starting, but I haven't even started that one yet. That's a brand new one. I bought it from my buddy for, long story short, 280 bucks. Brand new generator. It's a Craftsman 2200, same as the old one I had, but the old one was all busted up, and the cord that you pull to start was messed up. I replaced it twice, and it's still not doing good, so I just gave up on it. I need to install a new box that I got on the driver's side, and then cut the hole for the fan, and that should do it. Switch lanes. See, like, this guy's speeding up, not even paying attention. The last minute he switches, like, you see there's a car pulled over, clearly on their phone or something. Go ahead. No, it's just not paying attention. There's always a freaking cop up here, like DOT or a state trooper or something, always behind this hill, because they hide, hoping that they can not be seen. Yeah, he's chilling. Oh yeah, I also ordered the skeletons for the dash. So this part and this part. So I'm going to replace the skeleton. I don't know if you can tell, but this here is cracked, meaning the brakes. It was just kind of like screwed on. But I'm definitely going to replace this whole skeleton and this, and maybe even the top cover, so it stops rattling all the time. And I also got a new steering wheel that I need to install from Forever Sharp, which that thing is going to look sweet. But yeah, we're going to keep on rolling here and catch you guys a little bit later.